I'm Adelia. That's Brandi. She'll be here with us momentarily. We're going to talk about Real Housewives of Rhode Island, episode 8, which aired last night. We obviously did not do the show last night like we usually do. This is because I had a really bad migraine. My apologies to anybody who was looking forward to the show last night, but we're here to do it now. Brandi will be joining us momentarily. There's Brandi. Brandi, I muted. Brandi, I muted you. She'll have to unmute yourself in EVMux.
Sorry.
No.
My dog started barking just as I was like, oh no.
Yeah. No, I was just telling him why we didn't do the show last night because I had a massive migraine.
Yeah.
But feeling better now, and we've both watched the show. Brandi, I think, watched it twice.
I did.
And let's talk about it. I kind of want to talk about it out of order because to me, the biggest things that happened in this episode happened at the end with Rosie and Kelsey. What on earth, man? These two cannot get on the same page. They tried in Newport, and now they're just at each other's throats again.
Well, because Kelsey thought she was being funny by having the siren coming through Rosie's house, and they have no siren ordinance at her, where she lives. And she's like, what is that? She didn't find it funny at all. Kelsey thought she was being funny, but they're not on that level to joke around yet.
No.
So, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I kind of see where Kelsey was kind of thought she could be funny with her, but then I kind of see where Rosie, why she got pissed. Like, use a picking on her still, she's like, I said one thing. Like, you were in a polyamorous, and he goes, your man sleeps with many women. That is polyamory. That's what it is, like being with multiple women.
Yeah, I will say there's a difference between polygamy and polyamory, but Rosie doesn't seem like someone who would quite know the difference between the two.
No, but I get what she was saying because he's with multiple other people. You know what I mean? He said,
yes.
I said the one thing, and then you're saying all this stuff, and we're trying to go past it, and then you're still bringing things up.
And it's not Rosie was away from this either, because Rosie had the blueprints for the house all laid out and everything for Kelsey to see when she got over to the house. Like, they both can't let this go, and I don't think they're ever going to get over it. I think it's obvious now. By the just screaming match that they had to get the production staff involved in at the end of the show. Rosie threatening to call the cops to get Kelsey out of her house. Like, this was pretty massive.
Let's just say there's a lot of things that were inside of Rosie that just came out. Everything she wanted to pretty much say, she was saying. And yeah, that it was just the push over the edge, okay, they could joke about it, but she involved her whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I get why she was pissed about that.
Absolutely.
She had the thing out on there to show her, here's the floor plans, this is what, but now you're involving all of her neighbors, and now you're airing her business out to all the neighbors. You might be getting her in some trouble with the noise ordinance that exists in Kelsey's neighborhood. I mean, Rosie's neighborhood. Yeah, and I totally understand a lot of the stuff Rosie was saying. Where's your house, Kelsey? Where's your husband? Where's your career?
Where's your career? Kelsey has just been living this sugar daddy life for a very long time, 10 years. And I think we see how she's still living that life in the reaction of her mother and her sister when Kelsey told them that the ex is paying for the apartment, paying for her car insurance, paying for her health insurance.
She was like, I've been with him for 10 years. It's basically like a
divorce.
But Bill doesn't like it. Her new
Bill
man
doesn't like it. No,
doesn't like this is going on.
I understand that Bill doesn't like it. Why would he like it?
No. Like I said,
it's not teaching Kelsey how to be independent.
Yeah, no, not at all. That's also, it makes me, I was like, if my husband's ex was still giving him money or something, you know, like, no. Mm-mm. I'm
Mhm.
now, like, I take care of you. You take care of
Yeah.
me. We are in this together. Not one
Yeah.
person taking care of another person. I'm sorry. It's a two-way street. That's how I was brought up with my own family. My mother
Mhm.
and father both had jobs. You know, we both, like, I grew up in that same environment, so I was always a hard worker. I started doing things at 10 years old, 9 years old. My dad was a DJ. I would carry equipment bigger than me to
Mhm.
venues. And then at 12 years old, my first nephew was born, and my sister's friends, some of them had kids, and I was babysitting. I babysat around the whole neighborhood at 12 years old. Then I got
Yeah, I was doing that too.
my first job was working as a dietary aide in a nursing home at 14. That was my summer job. You know? Like, I was always a worker. I
Yeah.
was never going to be one of those people like, no, I have to do stuff myself. Like, I want to do my laundry, I'm doing my own laundry. I've been doing my own laundry since I was a kid. Like,
Yeah,
how do you
like
not have to do laundry?
Kelsey's mom in this does mention that Kelsey has no idea how to do laundry. Like, that's a massive issue
Yeah.
when you're Kelsey's age to not know how to do laundry.
But, like,
Like,
why weren't they taught at a young age? Like, we all were taught at a younger age. Our generation.
yeah, like that one that I was kind of like, that's kind
That's
of
too
on
petty.
Kelsey's mom
Mm-hmm.
and dad for not teaching her how to do this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what, you were gonna wait until she moved out of the house to do it? Well, she moved in with this guy who had an entire live-in staff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's never had to learn it, and she's gonna have to learn it now.
She reminds me of this kid. I used to actually work at a laundromat. She reminds me of this kid where his mother, at like 19, 18, 19 years old, said, I'm not doing your laundry no more. You're doing your own laundry. Figure it out. Know how he figured it out? He
But
started
it's a laundromat.
dropping it off to us for us to do. But then COVID happened, and we weren't taking in laundry, so he had to learn how to do it himself. And I taught him. And you know what's funny? He thanked me every time. He's like, I'm so thankful for you. You taught me how to do this. I feel so independent now. Like, she'll feel more, you know, independent. Like, she could do all this, do it yourself.
Yeah.
This kid was 19, like 20 years old. And he was
Yeah,
thanking me.
Kelsey's,
Like,
10, 11 years older than him.
yeah. And, well, yeah, now he's a little bit older, but she might be like 5 years old. But it was a while ago. Like, but
I mean,
was
like, at that age
yeah,
where
yeah.
they learned how to do stuff.
Yeah. But he was, his mom's like 18 years old. You do it yourself. I'm not doing it no more. But, like, I feel like that's what she would do. Drop it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel she's an Ian. That's the kid's name. I feel like she's an Ian. She would, oh, you want me to do everything myself? I'm going to pay to drop it off. And you do my laundry. Not learn it myself. Just give it to you so you know how to do it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to me.
Absolutely.
But he had to learn. So Kelsey's got to learn. She's got to learn how to be independent. She's like, her mom was like, don't you want to be independent? Don't you want to do things for yourself? She said, yeah, eventually. But, like, start now. I loved they had when they put Bill and they put Kelsey's only boyfriend in
yeah.
parentheses. Only boyfriend and the thing. And I thought that was funny. But, yeah. Kelsey,
Okay.
It's time to grow up. You're
Yeah.
in your 30s, 30 now. Time to start not depending on sugar daddy and be with your man.
Yeah. In the argument with Rosie, let's see. Rosie insists she's done nothing to Kelsey. Before long, she accuses Kelsey of being jealous because she doesn't have the house, husband, or career. She calls Kelsey literally fucking no one, who accomplished nothing except winning the pageant. But Rosie claims Kelsey only won because her sugar daddy bought the title.
Bought the judges.
Yeah.
Paid the judges off.
Kelsey insists that she does have a budding career, and then Rosie screams, sucking dick is not a career, bitch.
I'm sorry. Some of this stuff I was like spitting my drink out. The one word, she calls her a slam pig, which is a term in my area. So I was like, oh shit. I've known a few of those girls, but they're basically girls that sleep around, like, yeah, just to get the attention, like a whore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, No, she didn't just bring that out.
Yeah. So Rosie gets in Kelsey's face. Kelsey pushes her away. Rosie grabs Kelsey's suitcase and pushes her out the door, screaming that she's done with her and the clique. And then production has to hold her back. And then Kelsey turns around, comes back to the house.
Because they left the door open.
Production left the door open. She insists to Rosie that she won Miss Rhode Island fair and square, and that's when Rosie starts screaming that she fucks married men and is a slam pig. Kelsey's joke coming into the neighborhood was incredibly tacky. Like, it was awful. Like, why would you do that? Like, you just sort of patch things up with Rosie to get to a point where you could get to know each other better, and now you're just bringing it all back up. It's so dumb.
But it's, like, I agree with Rosie. Like, you're still using this and you're making fun of me. Like,
yeah.
We're trying to get past this, but you're still doing all this. You know, like...
Yeah. I think Rosie's reaction, though, is too much. Well, like, I understand her being upset, but, like, her venturing into, like, the you fuck married men and the slam pig thing is kind of slut-shaming, and I don't think that's appropriate.
I think that was all, like, because everything coming around and Rosie, like, not saying anything and not, like... I think this was all boiling up. And you know when people get to their breaking point... They start saying things, a lot of the stuff they may regret later on, but you get to this point where you're like so fed up with everything. Like, absolutely. And it just all boils over. Like, I can tell you, I've gotten that way. Like, people push me and push me and push me and push me till I'm like, that's it. I'm fucking done. And I just... Listen, I've done it at the laundromat when people pushed me, like, for so long, and I'm like, I'm gonna jump over this fucking counter. Like, get the fuck out of my establishment. Like, I've gotten so many shit, so I know what it is when people keep doing stuff and pushing you to your breaking point. So, I don't blame Rosie for how she got, because she was just fed up with everything. Yeah. Kelsey, they were not on that terms yet. They were literally brand new, still on that, trying to get to know each other, doing stuff, being friendly. I could see down the road joking a little bit, like, when you're friends. But, like, right now, and then the way she did it, and, you know, she didn't, like, she could have gotten to know Rosie. Hey, my area is, like, no noise ordinance. Like, you can't, no sirens, no... horn. Like, there's some neighborhoods like you can't honk your horn in the neighborhood. So I get that. I've seen that. Like, I've seen the signs, no honking in the neighborhood. So yeah, she's in that type of neighborhood, and Kelsey's doing this. That's, you know. But now you're bringing neighbors, and now you're bringing business to her neighbors, and she could get in trouble. Like, hey, who knows, HOA or whatever, those people that like to like to do that shit, you know. Yep. And she was trying, though. She was trying, and then it's just, like I said, I don't blame Rosie for getting to her breaking point. We will say shit that we don't... I don't
either, but I think what she said went a little too far.
I was like, oh shit. Yeah. The way she said things, because, you know, I've never called anybody a slam pig. I've known girls who acted that way. Didn't say it to them, but... It's just, it was just a big boiling over point that...
Yep. It looks like it's going to continue next week, too, because we saw in the preview that Kelsey shows up to something somewhere wearing a sash that says Miss Slam Pig on it, so...
and then...
More of this next week.
And then I guess there's going to be stuff with other people, too, but... of course, Ashley, we'll see if she cries next week.
Ashley's gonna cry. You know Ashley's gonna cry. Yeah. Let's talk about Liz and Dolores. We're not talking about the show in order. We're just not. Liz felt out of place last week with the younger girls when they were going down the water slide. She fits right in with Dolores. They're around the same age, and they have been developing a weed gummy targeting menopause symptoms.
Yeah, a gummy.
And
See, they're more of going through the same thing right now,
Yeah.
so that's why
Yeah.
they have more in common, and they're trying to develop some, which I think is good because there's a lot of us around that age that's like we're going through stuff. I'm going
Yep.
through stuff right now that
Me too.
I don't understand what's going on with my own body. Like I feel out of control sometimes. I don't know what's
Mm-hmm.
going on. Things are hurting. Like my poor husband, like I'm having mood swings. I'm like, but I'm also on a progesterone right now that's doing shit to me that I know I've gained some weight from that shit and I don't like it. I may
Yeah.
have to have a uterus removed, but like this is not fun. And if you
No.
can develop anything that can help us in any way, I'm all for it at this age, like
Yeah. Well, first off, shout out to Rhode Island because Rhode Island is the first state to name people going through menopause as a protected class. You can't fire someone for not coming to work because they had menopause symptoms that kept them from coming to work and stuff like that.
that's
So
very good.
shout out to Rhode Island for that. Liz showed us her swollen feet, which she called a bag of dicks.
I I laughed at that. Like I was like, really? Does it really look like a bag of dicks? I don't think it does, but it looks like swollen feet. I get that too. My feet do get swollen sometimes.
I've seen a lot of people online talk about how Dolores is kind of unnecessary in this cast, but I feel like she has a place as Liz's friend.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, and they're working on this together because Dolores hasn't been in much of this, and I think they sort of over promoted Dolores's role in the show because I think a lot of people thought, oh, she's going to be just another one of the housewives and doing all the stuff with the girls, and she's not. But I think that Dolores's place feels appropriate because Liz needs someone who's a friend, who's her own age, who's going through the same things. 'Cause she is older than pretty much everybody else in this cast.
And she's the only one going through. Well, Rulla might be going through some perimenopause stuff because isn't Rulla in her 40s also? I think so.
I think so.
I think Rulla's older. But yeah, it's like the younger kids ain't even getting to where we're at yet. Like they still got a little bit to go, a little ways to go. But yeah, no, I see. Yeah, I see where Dolores comes in from. They have a lot of things in common. They're developing stuff together. She's also in the weed industry, so they're developing stuff, and they're around the same age. So it's like, I see why she's there. I like her.
I like Dolores.
I like her. I like her.
Yeah.
Liz needs somebody.
Yeah. Rulla is 46, according to what I'm looking at.
So my age.
Yeah.
So she's my age.
Yeah.
So she might be
Rulla's the second oldest, but she's still 9 years younger than Liz. So I think it's good to have Dolores as someone Liz relates to on the show.
Yeah, that's like me and my sister. It's the same age difference between me and my older sister.
Yeah. Want to shout out the person that just subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much for doing so. We are at 1,098 subscribers. We are 2 subscribers away from 1,100. Please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. If you're into sports, you can go subscribe to Good Friends, Better Rivals, which is our sports channel. And if you're into gaming, we've got Get Ready Gamers, which is our new gaming channel that's going to be launching very soon. So please subscribe everywhere. We have clips channels for the post credits and for Good Friends Better Rivals as well. Been getting a lot of subscribers over on the sports channel. We're at 450 subscribers over there. So thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Let's see. What should we talk about next? Should we talk about Joellen?
Joellen
and her mom?
Yeah, that was they go to their grandfather's house. Her grandfather just passed away. And it's getting cleaned out, so they're going. And her mom shows up with Jen, her sister. And they're going through a photo album, and they just start talking about things. Joellen just tells her, she didn't feel loved growing up. Like, you didn't show us the love, and why did you put me away when you did? And she's like, I wasn't a bad kid. And you put me with drug dealers, like people that were doing drugs and druggies. And
Joellen mentions she was an angel growing up, and her mother goes, not. And then there's a few more digs from her mother, and then Joellen finally goes, "You should have taught me how to be kind, and now I'm not." And she hates that about herself. She asks her mom what she did that was bad enough to be sent away 3 times. Her mom says the lies about hanging out with boys, but Joellen says that's just normal teenager behavior, which
Yeah.
it is. She was depressed as a teen, but not bipolar, as her mother claimed, and she doesn't understand how those places were supposed to help her. Her mother started to cry, which, was interesting. Joellen asks her, "Why didn't you love me?" And her mom says she had a really hard time showing it, but she does love her.
But she was shocked.
Joellen,
She was
yeah.
showed her grandmother was the same way with her. So the mother didn't break the cycle. The mother was like, "Well, that's how I was taught. So this
So
is
that's
how
how
I
I showed my
showed
love
it."
to
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Joellen saying she's going to break the cycle, though, with her own kids. Her mom promises to be a better mom and a better grandmother to the Joellen's 3 kids. And Joellen says in her confessional that she's wanted to hear that for ages, like for her entire life. Like, absolutely her entire life. Jen thanked her mother for making them strong, but Joellen said, "Yeah, you made me a bitch."
Yeah. My mom's trying to get up.
Oh, you can go if you want.
I'll be right.
Yeah. Um, so there was a picture of Joellen with Bill Clinton as well, when they were going through that photo book. Um, but yeah, that was interesting. We saw Ashley as well. Ashley wasn't interacting with any of the other girls in this one. Her son Dawson is recovering from his hospital stay that we started with. We got the beginnings of in the last episode. Cold induced asthma is what he was diagnosed with. She's filming with the help of her friend Lizzie for a sponsored post, and she is talking to Lizzie about how Jared doesn't use his large social media presence for better use. One post that they could do, sponsored post on Jared's thing, could make more than Audrey's their coffee shop does, and Ashley doesn't understand why he won't do that or why he is so committed um, to Audrey's. And I don't know. Sometimes you just want something of your own. Sometimes you don't want the thing of your own to be social media posts like Ashley is doing. Ashley's making a sponsored video for some sort of home fragrance thing in this scene, and she tells Lizzie she's feeling better about her place in the group, but we will see how long that lasts, because I get the feeling from all of the post show stuff, the promotion stuff that's going on out there seems to be a lot that doesn't involve Ashley and Rosie. So we'll see, when it comes to getting the whole group together. So we will see about that. Um, let's see what else. Oh, we had Alicia driving on the highway and on the bridge, so she can pick up her daughter with Billy on from dance practice, I think is what she said. Um, she talks about how her anxiety gets so bad when she drives that her daughter has to calm her down from the back seat. She has to have a cracker. She has rose water. She has all kinds of stuff to help keep her calm while she's driving. Um, while she's there, she's driving down the highway. She's telling, you're still muted, Brandy. She's telling,
Sorry.
it's okay. I was just reminding you. I'm talking about Alicia going on the bridge driving.
Oh shit.
She's telling Billy about the trip to Newport that we saw for the last 2 episodes. But the thing that cracked me up about this scene is at first she asks him how the trip was. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I did. It's Alicia. Like, I can't expect anything less. She does crack me up. Her and her crackers and needing dog. Listen, I understand about being nervous and driving and stuff like that because I have a fear of driving. So I totally get that.
And I get
But
really nervous when I'm driving. Brandy's witnessed that firsthand. So.
actually, she got nervous driving in Rhode Island, so
Mm-hmm.
we get it. We those bridges and not the especially not the Mount Hope Bridge, and definitely the bridge that they have when we go into the Providence Mall that has fallen apart.
Yeah.
That they have half of it closed because it is fucking
Yeah.
falling apart. Like it's falling apart.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, Alicia, like, and her driving, and then I'm just laughing at her husband because she's driving. He's like, "That was a stop sign." And she's like, "Oh," and then he goes, "That was another one." She goes, "Why is there two freaking stops?" But she didn't stop for any of them.
She didn't stop for any of them. She's just driving.
She's like, "Do-do-do-do," and then he's like, "Oh, we're coming up to the bridge," and she's like, "Oh my god, oh my god," and he's like, "We did it," and she goes, "That was it? They changed it from the last time." So she was like nervous for nothing. He goes, "See, now you can do it." And apparently her daughter is just like, she's like, she's crying in the back. She's like, she's crying. It was like she had her crying. She's like, not really crying, but she's like, "Mommy, calm down, breathe." Like her own daughter, who is 10, is calming her down to drive.
Calming her down to drive. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't drive, so not around here.
Yeah, but Alicia starts telling Billy about the trip and says she's still hurt by Liz snapping at her for calling herself homeless. Alicia, my dear, you were not homeless. If you had family to live with, you were not homeless.
No. You didn't have your own home, but you did live with other family, Like,
mm-hmm. You didn't know, you no longer had the home you were living in.
Yeah.
But you were not homeless. She also tells Billy about the video. She does a pretty good Joellen impression while she's telling Billy about the video. And she tells him that she's been tasked with telling Rulla and that she's dreading it. And then we have the dinner where Billy and Alicia go over to Rulla and Brian's. She does not tell Rulla about the video, but Brian is acting very strangely. Because of course he is. That's Brian. He has a couple shots of tequila before Billy and Alicia even get there. Have a chef in to do the stuff, the cooking and all that. Alicia said in her confessional that she felt like it was "I know what you did last week" was written all over her. He starts rambling about Pizza Mama and about heartburn, but Pizza Mama doesn't give him heartburn or something like that. Then he starts saying he microdoses on Ozempic, steroids, and Botox. Like, there was a lot of...
Rulla's like, "Brian, like, stop."
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You going?
Then you hear, like, a text message sound. And he excuses himself to go to the bathroom. But when he comes back, he says he was on a work call, and Alicia's like, "A work call? This time of night?" Maybe there was a foot emergency.
But she was like, you excused yourself to go to the bathroom. You didn't say you had a call. Like,
oh, yeah. Then she says she's giving him too much credit in her confessional. Rulla is, like, very annoyed, you can tell. She's, like, trying to laugh it off and everything. The worst moment of this to me, though, was when Brian is talking about how they met and how he would order drinks for Rulla the night they met, but his were singles, and he had secretly told the bartender to make hers doubles. So every time she got a new drink, she was getting a double. And I'm just like, so you were getting drunk?
Yeah, you were getting her drunk.
You were getting her drunk? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. Then he totally made me never want to eat a filet mignon again. With the way he described how it reminds him too much of an Achilles tendon. Didn't need to know that. Did not need to know that ever.
No, and then the way he said, "Oh, I used to like it medium rare, but it smells too much of, like, surgery, like the blood."
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I get mine well done.
See, I don't get the medium rare. I just do the medium. But yeah, like...
Nope, I get mine well done.
Can't do that.
I will still eat a steak. I don't care what you describe and say what it is. I'm still eating.
No, I'll still eat the steak. I just don't want to eat one for a while.
One tonight if I could. Yeah, but I'm
Um,
a steak girl
yeah.
through.
Alicia did not bring the video up.
No.
She seemed like she wanted to get out of that awkward as hell dinner as
Yeah.
quickly as possible. Rulla joked that, saying, Brian, they'll never come over again. And I think that might be
Be
true.
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that will be. She Arula was talking about missing the trip, and they showed her a picture in the hospital. So the way she was, that picture in the hospital, I think she has migraines like my cousin does. The way my
Yeah.
cousin has them, because yeah, all the things, because I think we talked about it last week or the week before. No, it was last week because we did two of
Last
them last
week.
week.
Yeah.
But she didn't go on the trip because she wasn't feeling good, and like the light was hurting her, and the way she described everything, and then she'd go to the
It
hospital.
definitely
It
sounds
sounds
like
like
a migraine.
it sounds like a migraine. It sounds like what my cousin goes through all the time, because those are debilitating. Sometimes, a lot of the time, my cousin has to call out of work. Like she
Yeah.
can't. She's gonna throw up. Like it sounds the
Yeah.
same
It
thing.
sounds exactly like how I felt last night.
Mm-hmm.
And why we didn't do the show last night is because I had a migraine. I couldn't eat dinner. I couldn't. I
Yeah.
just.
So they showed the picture of her in the hospital. So like, sorry, Rula, if we made fun of you. I don't remember if we did. We might have a little bit, but
Well, I think it's just because the two
it
trips
happens
that they've
to
had,
happen during the
she's
trip.
been absent from. But yeah, like you can't control when migraines come on.
No,
So
no, and that happens with my cousin a lot. So I think she does have.
yeah.
I
I
wanted.
talked a little bit about Ashley and that scene, but if you want to talk about anything else, Brandy, let me
I
know.
wanted to talk about the Joellen because we only I got through half.
Right.
I was gonna say I felt bad for her. Like
Mm-hmm.
she's confessing. She's like she's trying to love her kids, show her kids the love that her mother never showed her. She's trying to break the
Yes.
cycle, which I commend her for.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking the trauma cycle that a lot of us have had in our lives. But she said she feels broken, and I was like,
I feel bad for Joellen.
I do, I do, and she said her mother made her into a bitch, like made her be mean. She doesn't
Yeah.
like being, but that's how she was made. They made him
Yeah.
strong. I'm like, I understand that because we were taught to be strong. Like, I think a lot of our generations and stuff were taught different things.
Yeah.
Definitely,
I've
we definitely have the trauma that gets pushed onto us from
Yes,
generational trauma. So I
absolutely.
had like my own mother did it to me, my grandmother did
My
it to my mother, and my mom did it to me,
yeah.
and I broke.
My mom did it to me too. I feel like I was taught to be weak.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was always
I
taught to be strong and protective. Like that was one
No,
thing.
I
Like
wasn't.
I was taught to fight. I was taught to be a fighter. Like even at a young age. Like my sister is 2 years younger than me, and I know I've told you this story of my sister being hit by this kid twice, and my sister coming in crying, and the second time she had a bloody nose. My dad told me to go outside and handle it. Like my
Yeah.
dad said, I was punished because I wasn't. I was 7. I was 7.
Mhm.
Tiffany was 5. And my dad told me, "Hey, these kids are picking on your sister. Your sister's now coming and bleeding, and she's crying. Go handle it." And I did.
Yeah.
And I beat the kid up, and I busted his lip at 7 years old. Like we were taught to be tough, like that's how.
Yes, me and my sister were not
Yeah,
taught that at
we were taught
all.
to be protective. I was always taught be a leader, not a follower. Also, like don't follow the crowd, be your own person. And I've always been my own person. I've always been protective, but like sometimes I didn't know how to not be on alert and be,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I always had to be tough.
Yeah.
Her mom made her.
I feel like I was taught to be book smart but not street smart,
We
if that
had
makes any sense.
we had that too, but I was street smart.
Yes, yeah, I'm not. So
But I did read books, so I was both. I was the
yeah.
nerd. I did things, but
Yeah.
I was taught to be my own person, but I was also taught protect the ones you love.
Yeah.
Like I'm the only one that can fight my sister. You can't fight her, but I can.
Yeah.
That's how we.
Yeah, I feel for Joellen because like
Because she doesn't. She's like I'm teaching my kids that I love them and stuff, and she
yeah,
wants
like
her
I'm glad
mom.
that she recognizes that and is breaking the cycle because
She wants her
from
mom to
what
be
she
there.
says, Yeah, she wants her mom to be there and be involved and remember that she has 2 kids and 3 grandchildren that need her to, show them that she loves them.
Yeah,
Um,
like do
it's
stuff with
going to
them.
be really hard for her mom to break
Hmm.
that cycle,
Hmm.
but I'm glad Joellen is breaking that cycle for her kids
Hmm.
because kids deserve to know that their
Oh
parents
yeah.
love them. Like I don't feel like my parents didn't express that they loved me because they obviously did. It's just that the way that they loved me is different than what I needed.
I didn't I didn't get a lot of the I love you from my mother. Like I
Yeah.
didn't get a lot. My dad would say it. My dad, when we left the house. So I always grew up growing up, and I when we became friends, I did it with you. I still do it. I say bye, I love you,
Yep.
because like if something were to ever happen to me, I want everybody to know that I love them. So if this is
Mhm.
the last time we spoke, you're gonna know I love you. So I take when I go
Yeah.
out the door, like I always said it to my parents. My mom was not the easiest person. Um, we were oil and vinegar, like
Yeah.
or water and vinegar, whatever it's. We didn't mesh. So I
Yeah.
understand Joelle and her not meshing with her mom and didn't feel the love and stuff.
Mhm.
She said her grandfather was more that showed her the love. Her grandmother didn't even show her love, which I kind of felt it too because I didn't feel a lot of the love from my grandmother too. Because my grandmother,
Which makes sense, but that makes sense for Joellen because like her grandmother's the one that taught her mother how to be
mm-hmm,
like that.
mm-hmm.
So,
My grandmother going into her house and stuff. My grandmother was about weight, so she would say stuff like, "Oh, you don't need to eat that. You
mhm.
weigh enough." Or when she hugged you, she was measuring you with her hands around you.
Yeah.
Oh, if you were, oh, you're gaining some weight, like, oh, like she did it to everybody. My grandmother did everybody. My mom, my best friend's mom, who would come, like, oh, she did it to everybody. She would
Yeah.
say stuff to people like, "Oh, you're wearing white after Labor Day." Like my grandmother didn't have any filter, and my
Yeah.
mom learned from her mom. Even though my mom wasn't the thinnest, she would still say stuff to me. And I think I told you this. You look back on my MySpace from when I first started out on MySpace, and you look at the pictures. I have body dysmorphia because of this. I thought
Yeah.
I was huge. I'm a bit bigger now than I was back then, but like I had body dysmorphia. Like I was this huge blimp that nobody could love because I always got that either. You're fat. You're not gonna find a boyfriend. Nobody's gonna love you because you look hideous, basically. You don't need to
Yeah.
wear that. Like I'd be wearing jeans of, oh, you're wearing that out.
Yeah.
What do you
My
mean? This
mom
looks
did a
fine.
lot of that
Yeah,
stuff to me too.
this looks fine. Oh, you look like you're fat. It's giving
Mhm.
you a big belly. Like I got all
Mhm.
that, so I understand the generational trauma and trying to break things. And I wasn't a bad kid either, but
Yeah.
the shit that I got all the time, like you would think I was the worst person. I wasn't worse. My sister was, but
Mhm.
my sister did something. Who got in trouble for it? Me, for my sister, but I couldn't control my sister, so I
Yeah.
got in trouble for it. Hit with belts, like all that, like. But I didn't do anything bad. But you tell my mother, oh, because I had a mouth and I spoke back, I was the worst person in the world. I'm sticking up for myself. That's what I was taught to do. Like,
Yeah.
so you're yelling at me for something that you taught me how to do.
Yeah.
So I understand when Joelle and like all the therapy in the world can't fix her. She still feels broken. I understand it because I still feel broken sometimes. So
Yeah.
like I right there, a lot of that stuff is like we had a different thing, but again we had the same.
Mhm.
Our things were different. They were the
I
same. So now
I
I understand
definitely
her more. I
I
understand
understand
how.
Joellen a lot more too and like I have had almost 20 years of therapy now and I still feel broken too. So I totally understand where she's coming from on that. I totally understand a lot of things about Joellen much more than we did in that first episode where she just came off like a total bitch.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan, saying both of us are perfect, never change. Appreciate the comment, Ryan.
But it's like I do feel so. At first, when we first started watching this and we got Joelle, I didn't like Joelle, and I'm like, oh, she's
No, I
just
didn't like Joellen at all either. Now she's one of my favorites.
yeah. So, but we got to know her more and understand
Yeah.
her. Now we understand why she is the way she is,
Mhm.
and she just, she wants to be loved by her mom. Like she wants the love that
Yeah.
she never had, and I understand that.
Yep.
So, Joellen, I commend you for bringing it up to your mother and trying to break the cycle and trying to fix things, and I hope you do better. Like, I hope
Yeah.
everything feels better for you, because it is hard. It's a hard thing to go through.
It's a hard thing to do, yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any comments on the Ashley scene? Because I talked about that while you were gone.
So Ashley, first I was like, I felt bad at Dawson because last week she had to leave the boat because they had to go to the hospital and he had the asthma-induced cold, and I was like, she was trying to, he's like waving around. I was like, oh, I've been there, done that with kids, because first I was a babysitter and I have 9 nieces and nephews, and so one of mine had to be on the albuterol thing. Yeah. So like she did not like that either. It was the masks. She was trying to get Dawson to take his medicine. I thought that was, how do you do
it? Very relatable to anybody who has little kids in their lives. Like my niece hates medicine. She just hates it. The entire concept of it. She's like, I don't want to take this. It doesn't matter if it's bubblegum flavored. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, she wants nothing to do with it. So I related a lot to that scene. Well,
just as happened, the kid I babysat yesterday, I had to give her cold medicine, and she was like, I was like, just trying, I got this, take it with you, like, gotta make it happy, and like, try to do stuff. So I get that Ashley trying to get her kid, like, hey, do it like this, and she's like, show me how to do it, like getting him to do it. But yes, the stuff with like she wants Jared, to do more content,
social media
content, because it makes more money than what he makes in a year at Audrey's. And I was like, and I think I was telling you about it. I was like, but he wants something. Like, I understand, like, it's business.
He wants something of his own in the world, and that's the coffee shop. So
if you like, I don't know if he grew up a worker, like, but some people like have to keep doing it, like it's something they were just brought up. Like, it kills me I have to be home, but my job is taking care of my mother now. I'm her personal care attendant, but I would rather be out doing stuff and being with people and being out of the house. So if he's one of those people that's always work, like I said, I started working, doing stuff at 9 years old. My dad taught me, carrying stuff, and then 12, and then 14 and 16. I worked at, what do you call those places? Flea market. I worked at a flea market at 16 years old. Like, I just always been working.
Yeah. Yeah, Jared strikes me as the kind of person like my grandfather was, who my grandfather retired from the Navy, and he tried to just be retired for a while. And then he was like, can't do this. So he got a job at a hardware store. He was like 70-something years old, and he just worked in a hardware store for something to do, to get out of the house, to interact with people. Like,
that was like my dad. So, like, my dad grew up in the generation where it was like, you're in 8th grade, we need you to start working. So you're done with school, you need to go out and work. 8th grade, So my dad was always a worker. He retired, and even when we retired, he was like, I want to go and get a job, maybe at a grocery store or something, like stocking or bagging or something, like.
Yeah.
Because my dad was always, he got me jobs. I worked at a restaurant with him. I was the only female on 3rd shift overnight, cleaning up this huge, like, if people know this place around here. It's called Venus de Milo. It was a huge place, a banquet venue, like, had big ballroom, like, my dad did the setup for it, and I cleaned up, and I would help set up and break, we would break things down. Like I said, I had to be strong. So my dad taught me to be strong. So I'm picking up things, and they're like, you're a little girl. I was like, get out of my way. Like, I can do this. Like, get out of my way. But my dad, that's how my dad taught me to be. Because my dad had to be that way his whole life. And even when he retired, he was still saying, I think I'm going to go get a job. I think I'm going to go do something. Because he just couldn't sit still.
Yeah, my dad's the same way. He can't, like, get a job and work now because of his health, but he's still, like, around here. Like, I'm gonna go mess around with the fence.
And you're like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the shed and just reorganize things and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like that's just he has to be doing something.
My dad started projects that never finished. That's why I
Oh,
have.
that's this house. Project
That's why this
started and then
room is.
never
That's
finished.
why this room's blurred out in the background because there's a lot of stuff that my dad didn't finish. So I have to clean this room out. But
Yeah.
yeah, my dad didn't finish a lot of things. It was funny. He had the intent of, hey, I really want to do this and wanting to go.
Yeah.
I love my dad, but it was a lot of
Yep.
projects we had around
Yeah. All right.
here.
Yeah, my dad says Pip Ryan says Pit Boss on the Smoker. That's my dad for sure. Yeah. Um anything else in this episode, Brandy? I think we talked about everything. We talked
I think
about
we did. I think we got it.
Joellen, Ashley, Kelsey
Kelsey.
and Rosie, Alicia, Rulla, Liz. I think we got everybody.
Liz, yeah, Ashley. I mean, make that money, Ashley. If that's how you,
Mm-hmm.
I can't be around the house all
I
day.
I have to say, Kelsey might be my least favorite right now. I think Rosie went too far,
Yeah,
but Kelsey, I just don't like Kelsey at all. I don't like
I,
any of them really, but I don't like Kelsey at all.
I'm sorry I got you into this, Adelia. I'm really
It's
sorry.
okay. It's okay. It's
The
okay.
thing that's interesting is because they're like they're very relatable. There's a lot of different housewives I've seen here and there, and like I couldn't relate to.
I can relate to these ladies more than I could relate to like the Beverly Hills
Yes,
cast or something.
and this is like, so they said that this is obviously one of their popular shows, is because we kind of don't give a shit. We're gonna show you who we are, and this is what you're gonna get. So we're it's relatable. Like we have relatable things with these women, and they live around my area, so it's like I get a lot of it. Like I see a lot of it. Like so I know so I relate to, like, I know the area, so when they start talking about things I laugh because Alicia with her not going over the wanting to go over the bridges and being like scared. You've seen it. You've been here. So you get it. So so stuff we relate to the stuff like that. Excuse me. We relate to stuff like that, but we relate to the person and some of the stuff. And we might know people kind of like the other ones and stuff. We might have some of those type of people in our lives.
Yeah. We haven't, I think, on this show yet brought up that this was renewed for season 2.
Oh, it is. I don't think we did. We might have. No.
I don't think we did last week.
We found out this week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either last week or this week, but we haven't brought it up yet. The show's been renewed for season 2, which means we will be back for a second season of this.
Sorry, Adelia's face is like, we'll be back, and I'm like, yay! And I know these aren't your type of shows.
This is not my type of show at all.
I'm sorry.
But I'm watching it with you, and I'm having fun watching it with you, and discussing how absolutely batshit crazy some of these women are is actually kind of fun. Mm-hmm. So,
and I just have to say another thing is I might be meeting some of these.
Yeah, Brandon might be meeting some of them.
So there's going to be an event in Rhode Island. Obviously, Rhode Island. I don't know in Rhode Island. I'm in Massachusetts.
Obviously, Rhode Island, Brandy.
I think it's Lincoln, Rhode Island, at the Bally's. So that's in June. So the tickets haven't come out yet, but I'm planning on getting tickets. So there's 4 of them that will be there. It's not the whole cast; it's part of the cast, but I definitely want to go and meet them. So I'm going to make it happen.
And I'm not flying out for that.
I know. I'll be probably. I can't drag my husband. I mean, I could, but
but Justin would not enjoy that.
Listen, he wouldn't enjoy that. He would just leave me and go to the casino. So but I'll probably drag my cousin, and then she said a friend of hers from work, who I also know, has been watching the show, so I might be dragging them. You want to go with me? Let's go. Let's go have fun.
Yeah, well, I won't be there for that, but I'm sure I'll see pictures and hear all the stories. Ryan saying Brandi being casted in the show. I don't think that's happening.
If it was Real Housewives of New England and not Rhode Island.
If it was actual Real Housewives, Brandi would be great at it.
Listen, Kelsey's not technically a real housewife because she's not married.
She's not a housewife at all.
She was just a house girl that stayed in the house with all the maids and
Yeah.
cooks.
Anyways, we've been doing this for almost 50 minutes, so let's get out of here. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining us. If you would please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We are 2 subscribers away from 1,100 on this channel. Thank you once again to the person who subscribed while we were on air. Appreciate you
Thank
very
you so
much. We want to get to 1,100 soon, so if you could hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know the next time we do one of these episodes. We will be back on Sunday. I forget what time we normally do this. 9:30 Central,
10:30 Eastern,
10:30, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. We'll be back with a recap of episode 9. I don't know how many more episodes there are of this after that, but I think there's 15 episodes or something like that. I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Welcome to Rhode Island, bitches.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out, and we will be here to review all of them, and then all of that.
We did it. We got through the episode.
We got through the episode. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.